Hi there, and welcome to the Beach House Garden Diary. In this video, we are working in the backside of my garden, tackling different tasks in the park forest area of my garden.
Alright, it's time to finally start clearing up this area of my property, and it starts with a bonfire, which I'm gonna start with this wood here. Super dry, should go easy. Let's see.
No, for some reason it did not go easy. But after a little exercise, I did get the fire going.
Wow, this is a lot of smoke. Very little fire. Probably because these branches were a bit wet. But during this time, when this one is burning, I'm going to tackle this branch pile there in the backyard. I was trying to mulch it, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And I need to clear up the space to paint the fence. So I'm just gonna see what I can do with that today.
So I first tackled the pile with the huge branches, and the process was that I picked out the tiny branches by putting them out, dropping the smaller ones into the fire, and separating the bigger ones for using later. This was a pretty straightforward work, and I actually did enjoy doing this because you could see immediately when progressing. For example, look how the pile of leftover bigger branches is growing. I loved it because I had a very good use case for them in mind. Honestly, I was actually intimidated to start with this work in the beginning, but seeing the progress was just so inspiring that I kept on going, rake everything together, and move on to the smaller pile.
So the next thing that we are tackling here is the greenery.
These tiny branches were completely overgrown by all sorts of weeds over the summertime, as the robotic lawnmowers did not access this area, as they would have been stuck under the branches.
Alright, I have cleaned up the biggest pile in the backyard, and I've also removed some of the greenery around it. So I'm going to continue with the tiny one. And before I can continue with the tiny pile, I need to remove this pile here, broke my fence.
So the branch that fell on the fence was actually pretty big, but the work went well also with the smaller branches, so I got this area completely cleaned up in the end.
Ha! And here I'm also burning all of the very invasive weeds. Specifically this one on the right here. Woohoo! 3.5 hours of a busy gardening work, and we are getting somewhere. This is the extended border of the new mulch bed. There's no piles and there's no weeds. This is looking very good. Now it's waiting for the plants, which I don't think I'm gonna get to in this year. Here we used to have a huge pile of branches, bigger and smaller. All of them are gone. On the right hand, the empty spot was where we had the self-made mulch. Also a big pile, not here anymore, and this makes me very happy because now I can finally plan what to do with this area. But what comes to my plans for today, I am done. I am absolutely done. I did not actually plan to even do any gardening today, and I still did. And I think I need to take a break now, otherwise I'm gonna be just exhausted very soon, which I don't want to. So I'm gonna go and start resting now. See you later.
And then an unexpected project came into my life. If you have seen my videos before, you perhaps remember this weird, awkward, sandy area below the pine trees where nothing actually grows, even not the weeds. So I was walking in the beach the other day and saw a neighbor digging out a bunch of lime grass, which he was super happy to donate to me.
Oh my god! That's all gonna be in my garden! That's a lot.
Oh my god, I was so excited.
Now I want to show you something that can happen if a gardener wants to try out a concept. Look at this. This is a part of my backyard where nothing grows. And even if I've managed to sow some grass, the robotic lawnmowers have fully digged it up. So I now tried to test whether a beach grass will grow here. And as it was quite late, I thought I'm gonna just test it out. And then it actually happened that I almost marked down the whole beach grass bed here.
I am just super excited because this is my favorite plant. Because the bright color of this plant just pops wherever you plant it. After the heavy rain in the nighttime, the next day came.
We had such a crazy rain with a massive thunderstorm yesterday that I haven't seen on this property like ever. So now that it's done, all the heavy rain came down, we are ready to plant these beach grasses to the beach access area. And I'm very, very excited because this beach grass is one of my favorite plants with its very, very vivid, super bright blue color. So I love it, and that's why I'm super excited to get going. Let's go!
So I started section by section with this project. Weeding, digging and planting all at the same time.
This beach grass is the best grass ever, right?
I understood immediately after starting to plant this that this lime grass bed will be another huge game changer in the appearance of my garden. There wasn't really any master plan behind the pattern of how I was planting these things, but I was just trying to find the place between the huge roots of the pine trees.
Hello!
And the wildlife.
Hello, we need to plant a plant in here. And you, my little friend, need to move out of here. Can you please? Pretty please? Don't know what kind of a frog is this. Very sandy for sure. Hello. I guess I need to lift him with the shovel. So I'm gonna do that very, very, very gently. I hope he's gonna forgive me for transporting him somewhere else. It's not very safe in here now.
I started this planting session around 10 o'clock in the morning and continued non-stop until 2 o'clock. By that time, I managed to get down all of the plants and was literally just obsessed with this new garden bed.
Wow! I am very pleased with how this currently looks. I used all the plants that I had.
And as my camera is not the best, here are a couple of pictures from how it looks in the reality, which is just so much better than the camera could ever show you. So this lime grass truly looks amazing.
Yes, finished my lunch and now I'm back to assemble the edges. And regardless of the fact that the weather has, oh yes, fully turned into the next thunderstorm, I love this garden bed. This is the close-up look. Oh my god, I'm going to escape the house now. This is getting insanely stormy here. Okay, well, that's a lot of rain. And I wanted to say that when I was escaping to my house, then I forgot my jacket and my motor saw in the forest. This can happen when you start to escape. Oh my house just shaked for this thunderstorm.
It's 11th of August and we are having hail. Well, that can happen with the heavy thunderstorms. I hope my plants survive. I have tomatoes outside.
It's 25th of August, around 5 o'clock in the evening, a little past even. And I'm standing here in the back of my garden. It's still 29 degrees outside. And I'm planning to finally plant the rhododendrons and some junipers into my new garden bed. This is how we left the lime grass flower bed last time. And I'm very happy that most of the plants are still doing very good, despite the fact that it's probably not the wettest location, but rather dry. In addition to the fact that it is below very high and very strong pine trees. But in addition to these lime grasses, I would like to plant these rhododendrons here that have been waiting for their home forever. And these are going to be exactly here. And on the other side here. And there are some junipers waiting. These are going to be planted there. Let's dig a hole.
I just love the weather we have in August. It's a bit windy, however, still very, very warm, so it's perfect for gardening.
Yoo-hoo! I am done with planting these plants. And I think this mass planting idea for this corner is absolutely game-changing. So, what I managed to do today is to plant and replant 5 of the rhododendrons and 2 of the mint junipers. This is how it looks. And what are the shovels, you think?
Well, these mark the surprise for the next video. I did get some grandiose ideas and now of course I want to implement these. So this is how far we got this time, and join me in the next time to see how we progress. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I hope to see you back in here and take care.